Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you. My name is Evan Smith. I'm the pastor at Second Presbyterian Church here in downtown Stanton, and I'm coming to you today for your daily video devotional. As I've mentioned the last couple of days, we're studying the exact same paragraph from 1 Peter chapter 4 all week long, focusing on a different verse. And it's just such a good passage. I hope that you're enjoying this and that you can see just the depth of wisdom that Peter is displaying here. So let's hear those verses 7 through 11 again today. The end of all things is near. Therefore, be serious and discipline yourselves for the sake of your prayers. Above all, maintain constant love for one another, for love covers a multitude of sins. Be hospitable to one another without complaining. Like good stewards of the manifold grace of God, serve one another with whatever gift each of you has received. Whoever speaks must do so as one speaking the very words of God. Whoever serves must do so with the strength that God supplies, so that God may be glorified in all things through Jesus Christ. To him belong the glory and the power forever and ever. Amen. In the 9th verse, Peter says, be hospitable to one another without complaining. Hospitality, in my opinion, is one of the least appreciated spiritual gifts. You know, there was a woman that I always called my adopted mom growing up. Well, not so much growing up, but in high school. And it was my buddy Kyle Goodman's stepmom, and my buddy Greg's mom. And John and Patsy Goodman, her name's Patsy Goodman, had a wonderful home that when I was in high school, I loved to spend every bit as much time at their house as I did at my own. And even now, when I go home to North Carolina, which is not often, but I always, whenever I do, try to make a point to stop by their house. And Patsy has perhaps the greatest gift, spiritual gift of hospitality that I have ever encountered. She keeps cookie dough, frozen cookie dough of all kinds of varieties available so that when you come over, she can make your favorite kind of cookies. Like she always is around with a pitcher of sweet tea or Kool-Aid or whatever else it was that we always loved to drink. Like she just knows how to make her home feel like your home. And it is a gift, and it is so appreciated. And I think, once again, that is probably the most underrated of spiritual gifts is hospitality, and yet one that I think is so very important for our fellowship together. Now, one of the things that Patsy does amazingly well with it is she shows hospitality without complaining. Like that's what Peter says. I think that if you complain about something, you immediately take away all power that this has. You know, like think about it this way. Like, what if, yes, you have these cookies, and but then what if she's like, oh, you know, I had to work really hard to make those. Oh, you like that sweet tea? You know, I was out, but I knew you were coming over, so I had to go and to the store, and gosh, it was really crowded. And you see, it's like it takes away all the niceness. It takes away the kindness of it all. So that's why it's important, I think, in a lot of ways in life, to do things without complaining. But especially if you're doing something for someone else, find ways to do it without complaining. Because what complaining really does is it says, pay more attention to me. It says, I'm doing this not for you, not to show you love. I'm doing this because I want you to appreciate me. I'm doing this so that you praise me. In other words, once again, I'm doing this for me. So let's follow this advice that Peter gives. Show hospitality to one another without complaining. And those of you who have the spiritual gift of hospitality, I'm so grateful for the way you allow God to use you to be able to make people feel welcomed and loved and at home, because it is of vital importance. And that is your word for today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please click the like button, maybe even share it on your own page. Thanks a lot. Have a great day, and goodbye.